Howdy, y'all. This is the Boneheaded Chef coming at ya. I'm making a recipe that I found on YouTube from Mr. Make It Happen. It's called bourbon chicken. I don't have every ingredient, but I've got most of them. And I'm pretty boneheaded when it comes to cooking, so we'll see how it goes. I got my rice already simmering. It's real rice, not instant. Okay. We're making bourbon chicken, and usually people show you how the slicing and dicing is, but yeah, I did most of the prep. I did all the prep ahead of time because I don't have editing software. All I have is a pause button. So I've got chicken. You can it calls for chicken breast, but you can use thighs or you can use pork. Just make them uniform pieces. You can make them a little thicker than that if you want. I made mine a little bit thinner than what Mr. Make It Happen did. But you can have it this size, general, you know, like that. Like that. Okay? So I've got chicken breast that I cut up into thin slices, bite-sized pieces. You know, you can use chopsticks, you can use your fork, whatever. We're not chopstick people, so... Anyway, we're going to put the chicken breast in yonder bowl, like that. Okay, get that yucky thing out of here. Alright. Then we're going to take our seasonings that I got covered up because it's fruit fly season, y'all. We've got some minced garlic. We've got a dry mix of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and hot pepper flakes. I've got green onions cut up in this little bowl. I've got some apple juice, and I've got apple cider vinegar, and I've got some loose chicken bouillon, the powder, and I've got cornstarch. And it also calls for ginger paste and a couple other things that I left out. For one thing, I didn't want to spend $5 for a tube of ginger paste that I will never use again. Oh, and also some soy sauce. It also calls for some browning sauce, but it's already brown. Oh, and some chicken broth, which I forgot to get, so I opened up a can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup and got my chicken broth. And then it calls for bourbon. So I got bourbon for that, and it cost for about like a quarter cup, I think. So we're gonna put some bourbon in my cowboy boot because I ran out of them little dishes. We'll call it good right about there. I don't drink. They say it'll knock you off your keister, but we're gonna cook the alcohol off, so it's not a big deal. All right, so I got my chicken breast, and first we gotta trying to remember, take the bouillon, the chicken bouillon, and I guesstimated, because it goes according to, you know, how much chicken you got. And it's a good thing I made enough chicken, because Kyle came over, so yay, Kyle's going to be here for supper. Alright, looks like it might need some more. Where'd I put it? Oh, for crying out loud. I had it. There it is. Now that my hands are icky. Alright. Okay. I'm going to put some more in there. Mr. Make It Happen had quite a bit in there. Okay. Do that. Okay. You should always keep one hand free from mixing so you can add to it. Alright, here's my dry mix of salt, pepper, very little salt, because there's salt in the soy sauce and whatnot. Salt and pepper, some garlic powder, red pepper flakes. I didn't put quite as much red pepper flakes as Mr. Make It Happen called for, because he's southern, so they're used to the heat down there. We like a little bit of heat, but we're old, we got stomachs that kind of bother us, so we're going to chill down on that a little bit. Alright, so we got that, and then we got to put a little bit of cornstarch in, which I should have put into a container, but not a lot like when you would fry chicken, but just a little light coating to get everything to stick, right? That should do it. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. That's why I'm the boneheaded chef, because I'm not very good at following directions, and I don't do that on purpose. I'm just not little Susie homemaker, you know. I'm the tomboy motorcycle rider that's got to cook because the hubs wants to eat and I want to eat, so you kind of have to cook. Okay. What's next? Okay, so we got to let that simmer in its juices. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment. Ow. I'll be right back. I got to get another bowl. Okay, another one of my handy dandy Pyrex bowls. So on this one here, let's see, we're going to put in, I guess we're going to put in the chicken broth. I don't even know. I can't check because it's on the phone, right? So I don't know. All right, there's the chicken broth. What comes next? I don't even know. Okay, let me check my rice again real quick. Woo, woo, hotness. I forgot to time my rice too. I'm supposed to cook it for 15 minutes. Looks like it's done. Caught it before I burned it. That's always a plus, right? I hate it when there's like a weird thing in your rice and you don't know what it is. There's always one brown thing in every bag of rice. All right, so you want it nice and fluffy. You want to cook the water out of it. That looks pretty good. So we're going to call that done. You overcook it, then you got starchy, icky rice. So we're going to put that right here with the lid on it. Switch our pans over. Get that one to stay on. All right, now this one here, it's got to have a little bit of oil in it. I've got some grape oil. I usually just use vegetable oil, but today I'm using a grape oil. I can pour some in this here pan. Maybe it'd help if I took the cap off of it, you know, the cap inside the cap. All right, now we're going to pour the grape oil, because I'm a bonehead. You don't want a ton of oil. And my stove's not level, so that's always fun to deal with. You just want a little bit of oil. Put a little bit more. Okay. All right, now back to our juice while this is heating up. Want that to heat up before we put anything in there. Okay, so we got the apple juice and some, what is this? Oh, this is the apple juice. I got the chicken broth in there. I'm going to put the apple juice in there. Okay. Some apple cider vinegar. Huh. Some seasoning. Okay. Ooh, that's heating up pretty good. Bring the heat down a little bit. Woo. Okay. And yeah. I don't know when I'm supposed to, where I'm supposed to put the onions and stuff. I'm a little confused. I knew I should have wrote that stuff down, but I'm a bonehead. Okay. So we got our chicken right here. I put a little bit more cornstarch in here because it's sticking. All right. We're just going to take them and lay them in there flat. like this. And then you don't want to mess with them after they're in there. You want it to fry. And then once it looks like the meat is starting to pull up from the surface of the pan a little bit, then it's time to flip it. Don't flip it just because you think it's time to flip, because then it sticks to the pan. That's what Mr. Make It Happen said. I didn't put my hat on. So, you can tell by the edges, it'll start to lift up a little bit, and then you can turn it over. Yeah. I guess I don't have enough cornstarch on there. That's sticking to my glove instead of going into the pan. Making a mess. Alright. I think I better turn the heat down too. Yeah, I'm turning the heat down. I want to get carried away. I'm not frying big pieces of chicken. I'm frying small pieces. So I'll lay these in here as flat as I can. I'm trying to hurry too, because, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. Trying to get the guys fed. Trying to do this right. Yeah. Ooh, get in there. So we're just gonna throw these babies in there. And then after they fried a few minutes, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or whatever, few minutes, and you flip them over and let the other side fry, don't throw out the tastiness that's in the bottom after you take the chicken out, because you're going to use that in your sauce. Lots of goodness in that sauce, don't you know? Mine's not going to be as pretty as Mr. Make It Happen, but hopefully it'll be good. Yeah, get off my thumb! Ah! There. Cornstarch on my gloves. That'll help. Big mess cleanup later, but oh well. Okay. Finish putting these in here. Oh, 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 oh. Chicken! Smells good. Yeah. Get in there. Mr. Make It Happen, he's a lot better cook than I am. He takes his time, he does his prep. He's got a nice kitchen, got a nice work area, he's got all the equipment. He uses like $100 knife to cut up his chicken, which I use probably a $15 knife. Come on, get in there. You know what? I'm tired of trying to lay it in there flat. Just get in there, for crying out loud. That's how I cook. Right on, right on. Okay. I'll be right back. Gotta get some of this going. Get it out of the way. And I'll be right back. Okay, so a lot of my coating wasn't the greatest, you know, like let's make it happen because we have enough cornstarch, but I'm pulling the pieces of chicken out. They're done. They just don't have that nice golden look to it like Mr. Make It Happen. Some of it looks pretty good though, but I'm going to have to do more in one pan, so I'm putting this chicken in the plate here so I can get more going. Now, this piece looks good. That's what it's supposed to look like. Hang on. It's supposed to look like that. Okay? Alright. So, I'm going to get some more in there. So I put some more cornstarch in yonder bowl here. So, it's supposed to look more like that, see? So I'm going to stick that in there. Still got some nice grease in there. Okay. So yeah, I got it coated a lot better now. It's got the little bit of coating of the cornstarch on there like it's supposed to have. Like I said, not a lot for fried chicken, but just a thin coating. I just didn't have enough on there before, but I do now. I've got some pieces in here that weren't uniform, but I threw them in here anyway, so they look kind of scrappy, but peer through my bifocals here. What do we got? Okay, so I'm just going to continue putting them in the pan like that, and I'll be right back. Maybe. Okay, I got my grease right here at the cracklings. Okay, right here. So, right there, I'm going to add my garlic, minced garlic. You don't want to burn it, you just want to brown it a little bit. Let's see, soy sauce. Yeah. What did I do with it? Hang on. So the apple juice. Cut through that soy. Now I didn't have my ginger paste that it called for, or that browning sauce, or some other stuff, so I don't know what it's going to taste like, but come on, heat up. And also, we got the green onions. Put them in there. All right. Oh yeah, and the bourbon. Calls for about a 1/4 cup of bourbon. So here's my boot of bourbon. So stir that around with a little bit. Get that in there. Okay. And the alcohol is going to burn off and just give it some flavor. Might have to add just a tiny bit more because that's a lot of soy sauce. Cook that up. You just let that simmer and cook down. Let the alcohol cook down. It's gonna be good. Not bad so far. Okay, so yeah, even though I'm missing some of my ingredients, got this bubbly deliciousness going. Got my chicken. Yum. Just enough hot pepper flakes in there for flavor. Nice. I think I was supposed to put some cornstarch in there too. I think. It's a good thing I got another container of it. Some cold water. Because I was supposed to thicken it up. You need cornstarch for that. Cold water, not hot. Okay. And some cornstarch. Doop. I keep an old cornstarch container. It's my shaker. My mom has a Tupperware shaker that she bought. She got it either when I was a kid or maybe for wedding gift before I was born, one of the two. But she still uses it. It's pretty cool. And just, yeah, I remember now. He did have that in the instructions because you got to gravy it up a little bit. So you just pour that in there. I remembered something. We're just going to let that simmer on there. Hopefully. All right. I'll check back with you in a minute. I did it again, y'all. I left out some of my ingredients. I just found them. That liquid stuff I put in that bowl and set aside. Forgot to put it in my juices, so just turned my stove back on, got my juices flowing again. Yeah, I'm crazy. I almost had it done too, but here's the juice. Yeah, I don't know. Hope the guys like it. I think it needs a little bit more garlic in there. Let's see. There's some garlic powder. Boop. And I think I'm going to put a little bit more minced garlic in there. Bye. Be right back. Okay, I added a little bit more minced garlic after I sauteed it in butter. Because that's how I do. And a little bit more cornstarch into my gravy stuff. Sauce, whatever you want to call it, the bourbon sauce. So, it's a little better. Hope they like it. See you when I put it all together. Oh, where did I put my fork? So I got it made. I'm going to have to cover it because of stupid fruit flies. Gnats, what do you want to call them? There. Alright. Oh, got it. There we go. Okay. Show you what it looks like. That's what I got right here. Alright. Thank you, Lord, for this food. Bless it to our bodies and strengthen us. Be with those who aren't well. Help them to feel better. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Not bad. It needs a little color in it though. Like maybe snow peas or something, snap peas. But it's good, so there you have it. Bourbon chicken. Not as good as Mr. Make It Happen, but it is very tasty. It's very, very tasty. Whoops, missed my mouth. So, yeah, I will put the link to his recipe in the description below. It's very tasty, but I'm sure his is better. Okay, peace out.